In the headlines, the NCCU reports remarkable progress in the last financial year. Opposition leader raises questions about government's special arrangement with MMCE, while senior counsel Astafan says the opposition leader is clueless. And the media partners with the Ministry of Health to promote the Grade 6 HPV vaccine campaign. I am Andrea Lee with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Football, football, football. The new season of the CONCACAF Nation League begins in September, and Suriname is coming to Dominica. Yes, you heard right. Dominica takes on Suriname in their first match of the 2019 CONCACAF Nation League. Thursday, 5th September at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium at 3 p.m. Come on, come all from east, west, north, south. Come support the Nature Boy. Bring your flags, your rags, and shout, let's go, DA, let's go. It's at the CONCACAF Nation League. Dominica versus Suriname, Thursday, September 5th, 3 p.m. Adults, $20. Children under 12, $10. We are calling on the public and the private sector to please give your staff who want to attend the game an early hour to go support the Nature Boys. Let's go, DA. Thursday, September 5th, Windsor Park Sports Stadium, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. 767.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, remarkable progress is how President of the NCCU is describing the institution's performance in the last financial year. During the 9th AGM of the National Cooperative Credit Union on Thursday, President Josephine Dublin said the institution performed well in the year following Hurricane Maria.
We made remarkable progress during 2018, particularly when we consider that this was really following 2017, where we suffered at the hands of Hurricane Maria. We also had moderate growth increases. We continue to have a strong cash flow position at the NCCU, and our savings and deposits grew by $36 million. So despite the hard times, members are still showing their loyalty, their commitment to the credit union. We are grateful for that.
Dublin says the institution remains steadfast in combating financial crimes and adhering to global financial legislation.
We indicate to you that we are very serious about complying with the anti-money laundering and the combating of financial crimes legislation, and we have done a lot as far as training our staff and volunteers. in doing that, and we also have established a risk committee so that they can assist us in monitoring the situation. The society has gone further even to obtain a more up-to-date platform for screening persons before accepting them for membership.
The 9th AGM of the NCCU was held under the theme, Improving the Delivery of Service Through Technology. Onto the political scene, opposition leader Lennox Linton says he has a lot of questions about the Prime Minister's special arrangement with Montreal Management Consultants, MMCE. MMCE are the contractors for the Bellevue-Chopin housing project and others around the country. The opposition leader says he is very concerned that foreign companies are advantaged in housing construction funded by the CBI program to the exclusion of local contractors.
We get an announcement that this Montreal Management Company now has a new relationship with the government under which, listen carefully, it is going to be building 12 health clinics. It is going to be building 2 community centers. It is going to be building 2 hospitals. It is going to be building 4 additional housing projects. And right there, you go through the list, you're looking at an estimated over $100 million in construction. Mr. Baptiste pointed out earlier that we have a procurement act in Dominica. We have tried our best to work with protocols for awarding contracts for the supply of goods and services to the people of Dominica. But nobody knows about over $100 million worth of construction on a variety of projects that Mrs. Skerritt has now entered into with Montreal Management.
The opposition leader says he does not believe that government's arrangement with MMCE is in line with the Procurement Act.
What is going on is not acceptable. If you can take $100 million of the people's money, $100 million that comes from the sale of the people's passports, and hand it over to a foreign company to do construction work in the company that keeps out all of the people, or most, if not all of the people involved in construction in Dominica. Because you have not even, it's not even in a situation where this Montreal Management Company is bound by any agreement with government to employ local contractors to get the job done. They have carte blanche to do what they want with over $100 million of the people's money from the sale of the people's passports. This in my mind is high treason.
Very high, very high.
It is high treason because it is utilizing the resources of the country against the interest of the people of the country. What this is saying is that the Prime Minister, who the people have entrusted with their monies, does not give a damn about whether construction companies or people with construction capability in Dominica live or die, whether they have any opportunities to help build their country, even though they have built up the capabilities, the competence, the expertise.
The UWP leader says the party is planning a public meeting where these and other issues are likely to be addressed. Meantime, senior counsel and attorney for the Prime Minister, Anthony Astaphan, says Mr. Linton is once again failing to understand how these contracts work. Astaphan says the opposition leader is clueless.
Perhaps this is why this debate about his academics and track record and competence or lack thereof and his multiple firings are very relevant. He doesn't understand how the Montreal management system works. They are promoters and developers. They front load, they start to pay the monies. They did so for over a year, and they recoup the money is expended on certification from money from the Citizenship by Investment Program. And furthermore, Mr. Morris, the persons who engage the contractors and the engineers like Mr. Anthony LeBlanc and others, and the engineers and the architects and whatever have you, is Montreal management. That's the system that is the system and the contractual arrangements that's in place.
Under the contractual arrangement, MMCE funds the housing project upfront and government refunds the company using CBI funds. The Prime Minister has explained why it is necessary to deal urgently with the displacement of Petite-Savanne residents following Tropical Storm Erica. The senior counsel says the opposition leader has a difficulty understanding the fundamentals of the contractual arrangement with MMCE.
But he has an obsession with fake news and the use of voodoo economics, the abracadabra politics, the kind of calculated type of economics to create $1.2 billion missing, and it's the same thing he's trying to do with that. And why? Mr. Linton has no policy position, no constructive position, no position or policy of a track record following Maria and insisting the people in a principled way. And that's why he has gotten himself caught in a vortex of lies, misinformation, and fake news. And the final point that I would make is that there is a serious question as to whether there's a promoter or the arrangements under the relationship with the promoter and the CBI falls within the procurement legislation. But even if it did, remember, Montreal management had started working under that relationship and the existing regime after the tremendous loss of life and property and an entire village with Petite-Savanne. That was an emergency arrangement which is exempted from the application of the Procurement Act. And the Prime Minister could make a legitimate argument that in the light of the destruction of Maria, and with the presence and competence and abilities of Montreal management, it was in the public interest and in eradicating an urgent need for housing to proceed with Montreal management, rather than bringing new personnel, a new company that's going to create a whole different scenario of delay, qualifications, competence, and so on. But Montreal management is hiring local contractors, local workers, local engineers. Yeah, if you remember correctly, in 2016, Mr. Anthony LeBlanc, on behalf of his association, thanked Dr. Hayden for utilizing local talent in the engineering and other fields for the construction of the Petite-Savanne project. So Mr. Linton is just a magician when it comes to the facts.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
L'année tout partout. Attention si vous êtes homme et bien femme. Visitez place santé pour examiner corps. Ça c'est un nick pour yo ouais si l'année pièce moun au lion qui ni maladie TB et bien maladie sexuelle. En compagnie moun qui ni maladie HIV pe ni TB aussi. Savent qui l'année guérison pour TB. Ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Parlez by docteur. Prends responsabilité ou. Aidez du bout de maladie TB et HIV. Ou agir tout le monde pour examiner corps yo.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. Media practitioners are now better positioned to help the Health Promotion Unit in its latest nationwide campaign. The one-day workshop with local media personnel wrapped up on Friday with the aim of educating this group of individuals on the benefits and needs for the HPV vaccine, which the Ministry of Health plans to introduce to grade 6 pupils in the 2019 school year. Acting Health Promotion Coordinator Mignon Roll-Chillingford says a partnership with the media is integral to the accomplishment of this campaign's goals.
We have established a long relationship with the media over the years, and of course that is because of the strategies that we follow in terms of the Caribbean Charter, that you need to build alliances with emphasis with the media. So we do understand the role the media play, and they are significant in sending the message and spreading the word. So they were here today and they got empowered and to build their capacity and knowledge in the area of cervical cancer and guidelines and pap smears, preventative measures as the main, and the HPV vaccine, what is entailed, what HPV vaccine will be utilizing there, and what will be the benefits for themselves, family, and country.
PAHO's country program specialist Anik Wilson was on island for the training and says the media has a key role to play in ensuring the success of this campaign.
In promoting this HPV vaccine, we expect you to sell the product both to parents as well as teachers so that the uptake is going to be excellent. As you know, it is a vaccine set out to prevent cervical cancer. So I think the training went very well. The media houses who were present participated fully, asked questions, and we are looking forward to working with you to have at least a 99% coverage as it relates to the HPV implementation in Dominica. So I look forward to a very successful campaign as well as a very successful uptake and coverage.
The Health Promotion Unit will increase its sensitization campaign with a series of PSAs, public meetings, and educational sessions. Kaliho youth are now better equipped to create a technology-based future for themselves and their families. According to a press release from the National Telecommunications Regulatory Committee, NTRC, children from Kaliho aged 9 to 16 participated in a 2-week coding course organized by the Inspire Inc., the Ministry of Education, Startup 767 Inc., and the Universal Service Fund. 20 children from Kaliho are now able to use the MIT tool App Inverter to create basic mobile applications. During the 2 weeks, participants were engaged in a mobile application development course at the Kaliho Primary School and were taught the principles of computer science while developing basic mobile applications for Android operating systems. The school also benefited from this 2-week program as the NTRC gifted the Kaliho Primary School with 10 computers for use by the students and for the establishment of a community access point. It is the hope that the community will utilize the tools available to develop teams of programmers who can solve issues in the community and further afield. And Dominica will observe the 2nd anniversary of Hurricane Maria in a few weeks' time. Julian Morris has more.
The Category 5 storm destroyed 226% of the country's GDP. Meantime, Parliamentary Representative for Roseau South Joshua Francis says the community is in need of critical housing assistance. Francis says UWP Team Dominica will provide assistance for the rebuilding and expansion of Roseau South housing stock. He says, quote, "We'll work towards improving our communities in Roseau South after Hurricane Maria left certain areas almost unrecognizable nearly 2 years ago." Francis says some homes in several communities are still covered with tarps. He says the UWP government will emerge with new possibilities for an island grappling with a number of post-hurricane challenges. The pictures posted on his Facebook page on Friday are from Lubia only. He has expressed disappointment that Lubia, which has lost lives due to a river flooding and a complete loss of properties, has not received adequate housing assistance. Meantime, DLP candidate for Roseau South, Sharika Hippolyte, has pledged to address housing needs in that constituency. During her launching, Hippolyte promised to provide the Prime Minister with a detailed development plan for the constituency. She spoke of a strategic plan to tackle immediate, mid-term and long-term housing needs in Roseau South.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines again. NCCU reports remarkable progress in the last financial year. The opposition leader raises questions about government's special arrangement with MMCE, while Senior Counsel Astafan says the opposition leader is clueless. And the media partners with the Ministry of Health to promote the Grade 6 HPV vaccine campaign. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.